Welcome to the Female Empire Method Masterclass. I am so happy that you are here, and I really hope that you can take the most out of it. So, for the next 45 minutes or so, try to keep all distractions off, close your emails, put your phone on silent. Make yourself comfortable, have a cup of tea, have some water, and let's get into it. My name is Nicole. I'm an online business coach. I'm an entrepreneur and a mom. And I've been teaching women all over the world for the past 8 years how to really build, grow, and scale a successful online business and also create a life they absolutely love. And I cannot tell you how excited I am to finally present you the Female Empire method because this is something I've been working on for the past year with my team behind the scenes. And the reason actually we started the Female Empire method was I saw so many women struggling the same way as I struggled. Because let's be honest, I didn't just come here, okay? I struggled. I struggled a lot. I have a business and a marketing background. I worked for big companies and I made them a lot of money. I also happened to be a single mom at a point in my life, and I know how it feels to be overworked, to be completely dysregulated in your whole life and your nervous system, and at the same time feeling inside of me that there's something more for me, that I have something to share with the world, but I don't know where to start or I feel stuck. And this is what we are changing today. Okay, so if you're new to my world, I promise you I make the most out of your time. So I try not to waste your time. So let's get right into it. I'm so excited for this, honestly, because I know that this will change so many lives, and I hope that your life will be impacted by this at least, okay? So it doesn't really matter where you are right now in your business. If you just started or just even have an idea in your mind, that is totally fine. If you've started and maybe you already sold a course and but you're not sure what is the next step and it was exciting, but you're still hiding a little bit and you still know there's so much more out for you, this is the right place. And if you are already established in your niche, in your business, but you're kind of like hitting a plateau and you don't know what is next, or you just want more, which is absolutely fine, okay? Please allow yourself to have this feeling inside of you. You can have more, you can have it all, okay? So then this is for you, okay? Let's get into it. So, the women in my world, yeah, who come to me, the women that I coach, they mostly want more freedom, more income, more impact because they have something inside of them that they know that can help others. They solve a problem, they have a solution for something, and at the same time, they want more alignment. So, welcome to your rich and aligned era because more income and more impact doesn't mean anything if you're not aligned, if you're not happy, if you don't have time for yourself, if you don't have time for your kids or your future kids or your family or your friends, okay? You need to be in alignment of who you are authentically at heart. What are your values, okay? So in our world, it's always being rich and aligned, rich in everything. This masterclass and also the Female Empire Method, which I will be explaining to you, is for you if you are a woman who knows she's meant for more. You just have this feeling inside of you, and you wake up and you feel like there must be more. There must be more. There's this precious life. Yeah, we've given this precious life, so let me do more with this, okay? And it's also for the woman who knows, and maybe that's you, who is tired of playing small, who's tired of seeing everyone around them win, and they just want to be a part of it. And that is okay. Yeah. And this masterclass is also for the woman who has talent but lacks structure. What that means is actually, I've seen it so many times. So I've seen amazing, talented, beautiful women come into my world and they have something to offer. And that is so valuable, but no one knows about them. The world doesn't know what they have to offer. The world doesn't know what kind of transformation they have to offer because they're an amazing coach or an expert in their own level, but the world doesn't know it. So this is what we need to change. The world needs to know about you, okay? And this masterclass and the Female Empire Method is also for the woman who wants real income. Admit it, you want real income because when you have more choice and more freedom, everyone around you has more choice and more freedom. Yeah. And it's totally fine to have this feeling inside of you that you want to be safe, that you want to create generational wealth, that you want to leave something for your kids or for your family or your friends, whoever that is. Yeah. And you don't just want inspiration. Yeah. And this is also for the woman who's ready to be seen as an authority in her niche and her business, because that is the whole point, but we get into it. And also for the woman who wants high ticket clients instead of high stress. And we talk about this later on in this masterclass, so stay tuned for this. But I can tell you if the word high ticket kind of like pulls you off and you feel like, oh, I don't know if I'm ready to sell high ticket because I'm not sure if the people that I talk to, they can afford high ticket. We talk about that later, and let me give you just another perspective, and maybe there's something that you can get out of this, okay? So, this masterclass today is for all coaches, experts, consultants, and service providers who don't just want another course on a website that no one knows about because nah, this is not what we are doing. Yeah, we're not just creating a course, putting up a website, and then no one knows about it. No, we actually want to build a life-changing business. And this is the time I see women around me having the most amazing life, yeah, creating successful multi-million dollar businesses with their gift inside of them because they know what they are doing, and I will give you the framework to do so. Oh, I jumped. This is what happens. So good. So the female empire method, yeah, means you have success in your business without being glued to your phone 24/7 because this is not what we want. Our nervous system cannot take it. And if your business demands you to be glued to your phone 24/7, we don't want it. Yeah. And also, we don't want to go on cold calls or messaging or one-on-one calls on sales calls all the time to chase the people who want to sell our offers. We don't do that. Yeah. Instead, we focus on, and this is where it becomes important, we focus on an authority brand, a personal brand that shows you as the authority in your business and in your niche. We focus on systems that work for you. And we focus on messaging that feels magnetic because that is important. Yeah. If you become magnetic, if your messaging becomes magnetic, this is how you pull your ideal clients in. This is how you pull your $1 million clients in. This is how you pull the people into your world. Okay. We also focus on a high ticket offer suite. And you see, I'm not mentioning only high ticket. I mention a high ticket offer suite because there's a whole structure towards this. Okay. So if you're selling high ticket, which you maybe should if you're here, and I will explain that later. Yeah. It doesn't mean you're only selling high ticket offers, which are usually offers over $2,000. Yeah, it means there's something. Yeah, I will get to that later. Okay. And we also focus on identity work. This is where it becomes special. Yeah. So most women stay stuck because they just hustle harder. Yeah. It's like bro marketing. Yeah. Hustle hard and then no one can, outwork you. Oh my God, people can outwork you. AI can outwork you. This is not what we are doing. And this is not what will get you into your rich and aligned era. This is not what will bring you your $1 million business. Not necessarily. Okay. Women stay stuck because they're just copying others and they're not staying in their own authority. They see something that works for others, but it doesn't mean it works automatically for them. And women stay stuck because they don't have a mentor or they just do course hopping. That means they may be buying an Instagram reel course from one coach and then they're buying another messaging course from another coach and it doesn't work together. You're not building a sustainable business with that. You're just like course hopping and yeah, it's like you want to build a really nice cake, you want to make a cake and you're getting all the ingredients, from different recipes and different instructions. And in the end, the cake is maybe burnt or, it doesn't looks like you want it and no one can eat it. Okay, this is the same thing. Also, I see women are stuck because they don't have a mentor. Because when you have a good mentor, that just means you're smart and you know how to collapse time. And time is your most valuable asset. As I told you in the beginning, I always value your time. And this is also why the women in my world, they have results fast because I know that time is valuable. Okay. They're also posting without strategy because they maybe heard, oh my God, you just have to post more content and so you have more followers. So this is what you should do, but you don't have a strategy and your content doesn't lead to an offer and it doesn't lead into a funnel. So it doesn't do anything for your business. Okay. If you don't get sales from your content, then what are you doing? Okay. And also, women are stuck because they're undercharging for their genius. Yes, and this is what's happening so many times. And I'm not talking about others, by the way. I'm also talking about myself many years ago. All these mistakes, I made them for you, so you don't have to do them anymore. I know how it feels, okay? And another reason why so many of us are feeling stuck is because we are waiting for the right time. We're waiting to feel confident. We're waiting until the kid is in school, project A is finished, the house is built. We're waiting until XYZ happens. So we just keep waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. And no, we create the right moment. Yeah, we create it ourselves. This is so important because all of this, it just creates burnout. And you will become a burnout coach that says, ah, that wasn't for me. And I can tell you when I see coaches, experts that are burned out, they're doing one of these. They don't have a structure. They don't have a foundation to build on. Okay? We want wealth. We want alignment. Yeah? Let's have a look at the modern reality that we are living in right now. And I think over the last 2 years, everything has changed so fast. And I believe many experts as well believe it will even change faster. It doesn't stop here. Okay. So AI is already replacing our jobs and AI will continue to replace our jobs. Yeah, certain jobs. Yeah, definitely there's no way around it. Algorithms, they change daily, so we cannot just go with the algorithm anymore, and trends come and go, definitely. But there's one thing that will never be replaced, and that is your authority, which equals your personal brand. This is why we are so focused inside the female empire on building your own authority brand, your personal brand, because no one can replace your energy. Okay? No AI can replace that. Your own brand is what will bring you sales in the end. Okay? Also, in our modern world, followers, huge followers, they don't equal sales, not at all. I can tell you, you know, I also have a digital marketing agency where others are working, but I, started this one and I always look into this, and I can tell you that a lot of huge influencers that you see out there, which million followers, that it doesn't equal in their sales, not at all. Many of them make hardly any sales, okay? So followers don't equal sales, authority equals income. This is so important. Also, to get back to this, yeah, a lot of followers don't equal sales, but I know in my world, yeah, I've seen women with not even 2,000 followers on Instagram making six-figure or even seven-figure years. Absolutely, it's possible. I don't have a huge following, actually. Yeah, I don't have a huge following, and I know what is possible. So, huge followers don't equal sales. The quality is important, yeah, and the right system is important in this. Okay? So now we get to, I think, my favorite part, and I really want to tell you what makes the female empire so different. Yeah. So in most of the programs out there, the containers, whatever it is that you're getting, you get tactics, you get some strategies, okay? But you don't get the transformation. Yeah. So most coaches, they give you strategies without upgrading who you are. But in order to create the business that you really want, to be successful, to have $1 million business, yeah, how does that sound? How does that feel? You have to become a different version of yourself, and you have to upgrade your identity. If you want to get that there fast, you have to shift your identity. And this is so, so important. Yeah. Inside of the female empire, we change your identity first. We transform your identity on the way. So you are really becoming the woman who has daily sales, who has the $1 million business, and who is confident and who can hold that level of success, of income, yeah, within the nervous system. And how we do that, we get to that later, yeah? And I always say, because I work with identity, and I've always done that. I've always done that throughout the years. I never only taught business. Of course not. Yeah. Even my first course, over 8 years ago, it was 8 years, it was the Super Manifestation Academy, because I studied neuroscience, I studied quantum physics, I studied manifestations, I studied all of it. And I manifested so many great things in my life, and I wanted to teach women how to do that. Okay. That was my first course. But I realized on this way that manifestation without action, manifestation without regulating who you are, doesn't give you the results that you want. This is why I focus on identity work, identity shifts, because this is where the magic actually happens in your business and in your life. Okay. So the women in my world, they don't just grow, they evolve. And that's an absolute fact. Okay. Good. The female empire method works because we do the deep identity work and we combine it with the right and proven sales and business strategies. Okay? Because strategy without identity just burn out. The strategies, yeah, you can find them everywhere. Yeah, if it would just be about the strategies, you can just go out, copy the best strategies from the most amazing entrepreneurs out there that you know, and you should make the same multi-million dollars as the people who are giving you the strategies. Because if it's just about the strategies, we would all do that. But no, it doesn't work like this. Yeah. Identity work without strategy, and I've seen this so many times. I have to say that I've seen this so many times. I see beautiful coaches out there, and they're very much focused on the quantum work of it. Okay, so they're working on the identity, they're working on the manifestation, but without the action, without the strategy, it doesn't give you anything. No sales. Okay, so you need both. You absolutely need both to become the woman that you want to be and to have the business that you want to have. And it's so possible. This is why I created the Female Empire. And I know it works because I've done it with my clients for a really long time. And I've seen the results, and it's amazing. So now we're coming towards it. So, what is actually the Female Empire Method and what are we focusing on? The Female Empire Method has four pillars, and the four pillars are identity transformation, authority brand, high ticket offer suite, and sales strategies the feminine way. I always say the feminine way, not in a soft way, because I know that women are powerful and we are smart. Yeah, we don't work hard, we work smart. So we do sales the feminine way, which is the opposite of bro marketing. I call it bro marketing, not with to throw shade on it or something. It's just like bro marketing is aggressive and right in your face and DMs and cold callings and it's just aggressive, like also not in a bad way, but just the way the male energy works. But the female energy works different. Different. It works smart, it works sharp, yeah, it attracts, it bundles, and it goes straight to the point because it is powerful. Okay? So, are you excited to dive into it? Because I am absolutely. And I know that this method is what helped me to achieve my dreams. It helped me to actually be here in the city that I absolutely love. Yeah, we moved to Dubai 2 years ago. It was my absolute dream. My son is super happy here. He is homeschooled and also has a teacher who supports him. And this is all, yeah, I wanted. And I know this method really helped me in that. And I just want to share this method with as many women as possible who are ready for it, who want to go for it, and who want to change their life and their business. So I hope you're the same excited as I am. So let's look at the first pillar. The first pillar is identity transformation. And identity transformation, yeah, we focus on the self-concept, we work on nervous system safety, we work on confidence, boundaries, and the receiving capacity. And why is this so important if you want to build a successful online business? Because without having the receiving capacity and without having a nervous system that feels actually safe receiving all of this, yeah, and without knowing how to regulate all of this, you will not be able to build a sustainable business. Yeah, you will not. You will just not, because at some point you will be burned out or you will not see any results. And the whole magic lies inside of your identity transformation. And we dive deeper into it, of course, inside of the female empire. But if you're not ready yet for the female empire, last month I taught a three-part free training as well on identity shifting. You can go back to that, send me a message, I will send you a link, look it up, and this will be like an introduction into identity shifting. Yeah. The good part about this is you don't need a lot of time because when you shift your identity, everything transforms. But I do something, I have a protocol that I do and that I share with my clients. Yeah. And this protocol takes me around 5 to 10 minutes every day. After you've done the work, 5 to 10 minutes every day. And it's I don't know, mind blowing. It's actually mind blowing. Okay. So when you work on your identity and your identity shift, yeah, your ideal clients will find and pay you. You will stop hiding. Hello, visibility wounds. Maybe, yeah, they're speaking. You decide faster and you trust yourself. Okay. And I can't wait to see what this does for you because I've seen magic behind it. Because sometimes it's all about the inside transformation. I mean, all the time it's all about the inside transformation. But I've seen amazing coaches out there, and once they implement identity work into their business, they skyrocket. They really skyrocket. Okay. Good. Let's look into the next pillar. Pillar two is your authority brand, which is mostly a personal brand, not always. This is why it's in brackets here. But to make it clear, people don't buy from the best, they buy from the most trusted. So you have to become a trusted authority brand inside your niche, inside your business that does position you clearly as the authority, yeah, that also makes you unforgettable because 2026, yeah, the attention span is like this. There's so many out there. So you have to become unforgettable. And your authority brand also creates demand. Yeah. Your messaging becomes so magnetic that there's demand for it. Yeah. And also, your authority brand makes your client choose you over the others. So, in a noisy world, authority wins. This is so, so important. And if you've built your authority brand, it is something that can bring you to six, seven figures, maybe even eight in the next years, so, so clearly. And I've seen so many business owners, so many amazing coaches. Yeah, they all know that what they have to focus on over the next years is their personal brand, their authority brand. And if you've worked with me in the past, I keep repeating this over the last years all the time, wherever, yeah, in whichever business I am, I always talk about don't forget about your personal brand. Don't forget about your personal brand. Okay, you want to build this, you want to open a business, I don't know, a studio. Don't forget about your personal brand. Do it on, it's something no one can take away from you. And you already have a personal brand without even building it. So why not influence it? Okay, this is what we're doing inside of the female empire. Pillar three is your high ticket offer suite. So hear me out on this. A high ticket offer is something that is over $2,000. And I do believe, yeah, and it can go up to even $100,000, okay? I do believe that high ticket is responsibility. And I know for myself that you cannot change lives deeply with low commitment offers. This is so important. So, if you're at a point where you, let's say, you want to make your first $20,000 in your business right now, okay? So, you have a choice to do that maybe with four clients a month who pay you $5,000, or you can have a $9.99 ebook on your website that 200 people, is that enough? The 200 people must buy, or even more, um, that must buy an order for you to get to your first $20,000 a month. Okay, so what do you want to choose? Me, I would always choose to work with four people, really transform their life, give them the transformation that they wanted, really impact their life, and you get something out of this. Okay. So a high ticket offer allows you to serve better, transform deeper, and also at the same time, you earn what you deserve because you set the standard for your own work. And you always get paid by the transformation that you are offering. Yeah. You don't get paid by the expertise that you're bringing in. You always get paid by the transformation that you are offering. And there is a reason why a lot of people are paying $100,000 for 2 days on an island with someone like Tony Robbins, who is a personal development coach, if you don't know him, because they know that they get a transformation out of this that maybe makes them 20 times the 100,000 that they are investing. This is the reason, okay? And it doesn't mean that you should only sell high tickets, but I do believe if you're a great coach, you should have at least one high ticket offer. And there's a whole way, yeah? There's a whole way towards high ticket offers. And we talk about this inside the Female Empire. And we will create your first high ticket offer. Trust me on this, if you haven't done it yet. The fourth pillar is sales strategies the feminine way. Yeah. Sales strategies the feminine way. And if you've been in my world, you know that I love sales. I love sales. I absolutely do. And I say this because so many amazing women come to me and they have a great idea. They want to build their own business, but they're always coming and they're saying, but I don't want to sell and I don't really want to be on social media. If I can have somebody else do that for me, I'm fine just over here creating courses, working with clients. But it doesn't work like this. And I also had so many of my clients tell me afterwards, oh my God, thank you. I really fell in love with sales, and thank you for not only teaching like the boring sales stuff. Because if you do it the feminine way, yeah, you will replace overwork, burnout, launching all the time because who has time to launch every month? And it's exhausting. It's exhausting. Yeah, we're replacing it. Yeah, no code DMs and no bro marketing, and of course, no pressure. Mm. Instead, we replace it with smart systems. Smart systems, yeah, you do them, you build them once and they work for you. Strategic launches, they are launches, but they're strategic and you don't have to launch all the time. A real client journey, this is it, a client journey and sustainable scaling. There's so much that you can do here without getting burned out, without being salesy, without launching all the time, without, being on one-on-one calls or looking for the next client, yeah, if you have the right systems in order. So, my clients, they sell without huge audiences. They don't need thousands of followers. They don't launch every month, absolutely not. And they see results fast because they build a system once and they scale from there. This is so important. I also see, and I'm just talking about this because maybe you know it for yourself. I also see amazing women and coaches out there, and they have everything in order. They have a nice sales page, they have a really good product, and they're doing something on Instagram, even though they're still hiding because they don't like to talk to the camera or they don't want to show everything of them. Yeah, and they don't want to polarize all of this. But when it comes to a system, they're like, no, that's not for me. I don't want to build a system behind it. And this is so sad because not only are you losing a lot of money and leaving the money on the table, but also you're holding the transformation that your offer has. Yeah, you're holding it away from so many people. So people have to find you. Okay? And trust me, inside the female empire, sales will be fun. We talk about buyer, um, personalities, and psychology. We talk about the systems are also fun because they work. Yeah, once you build them, they are fun. And I give you everything that you need. So it will be fun. Trust me. Okay. So don't be afraid of getting into sales strategies because they work for you. Okay, let's talk about why do my clients enter the rich and aligned era fast? Because when identity, authority, high ticket offer, and sales align, momentum happens. And this is where success begins. This is where real income begins. Yeah. So clarity removes doubt, structure removes chaos, authority removes comparison. So they choose you, and results follow alignment. And I can't wait for you to have this in your life and in your business, really. Inside our rich and aligned era, yeah, you don't need a big audience. You don't need 10 courses that no one knows about. You don't need another PDF for $9.99 on a website that no one can find, yeah? And you don't also don't need years of experience. You don't need it anymore. You just don't, yeah? Technology is amazing. Use it for yourself, okay? Use it for your business, okay? What you do need instead is you need a clear direction, you need a proven roadmap, you need mentorship and an upgraded identity. So, if you start right and you build the foundation with the four pillars, you have everything that you need. You have everything that you need actually for your first $1 million year if you want, okay? And you scale faster from there, okay? When you're inside the female empire, you will have and feel, yeah, confident around your pricing. You will have aligned clients, consistent income, which is so important, time freedom, location freedom, life freedom. And this is what I'm so passionate about because I know that I want to help a lot of women out there to have a choice, to make the choices in their life that they want, yeah? Where do they want to live? How much time do they want to spend with their kids, with their family, with their friends? And this is the pathway. This is the pathway. The female empire is the pathway for this, okay? So, before the female empire, you might be feeling confused and you're undercharging, you're exhausted and you're doubting. And again, I know where I'm coming from because I've been there years ago. I've been there. I started out, I was like, maybe this is not for me. And then I figured out, no, there must be a different way. And I learned, I upgraded my identity, and this is how it works. Yeah. After the female empire, you will be clear, paid well, trusted, structured, and you have a scalable offer. This is the shift that you need, okay? And let's be really, really clear. It has never been easier to start your online business and to make your first sales, yeah, than in 2026. It has never been easier because technology is here at our fingertips. But at the same time, it has never been harder to stand out because there's so much noise out there. And trust me on this one, those with identity, authority, and systems, those are the ones that will win because they're working from the inside out and they're working sustainable. They're scaling, okay? Choose to be one of them. Yeah, choose to work from the inside out, choose to build your foundation, and choose to scale fast. Why not? Why not you? I always say, why not you? Why not have it all? Why not? Okay, let's continue. Oh my God, we're already here. So, the female empire, yeah, the mastermind container. It's not a program, yeah. It's a mastermind container that I've been working on for the past year, yeah, really for the past year. It's a 3 month program where we, of course, work on the four pillars, yeah. We will have weekly coaching calls where we go deep, yeah, where you are on your, like right now in your journey and where you want to go. We talk about all of this. You have four modules, of course, the four pillars of the female empire. You get my exact identity transformation protocol, and trust me, this is amazing. So you know exactly how you can work on your identity shift and you know exactly where you want to go with your identity. Okay. You also get a bonus model, which is all about AI. And um, while I don't think you need AI, I think it's important to stay up to date and also to know how AI can maybe help you, yeah, in your business, yeah, not in your branding, not in your identity, but in your business, maybe. So we have a bonus model for you there. And you also get a one-on-one call with me in the beginning. When you sign up, we schedule a one-on-one call where we talk about where you are right now in the timeline of your rich and aligned era in your business. If you have started, if you were stuck, if you want to hit the next level, we talk about where you are right now and where you want to be after the 3 months, and we map it out for you. Okay. And I'm there. I will hold you accountable to this and I will show you and guide you, and you will learn together with me all the steps that you need to know. There's also a private messaging line where you can reach me, yeah, and I will be answering you. You can reach me by text or voice. This is all inside of the Female Empire. And also because you were here. You listened to me through this whole time. You kept up with my German accent. Thank you so much for this. Yeah. Throughout this whole time, you will get a secret bonus emailed to you to your email address, which is an amazing bonus. So, and this is only for the mastermind, sorry, for the masterclass viewers. So you will get that secret bonus. And I can't wait to welcome you inside of the Female Empire. If you have any questions, yeah, and if you're still thinking is the Female Empire for me, schedule a call with me or one of my amazing team members, and we talk about all your questions. And I really can't wait to build your business and to take you to the next level and to give you all the freedom and to welcome you to your rich and aligned era. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for your time. And I hope to see you soon.